Hello, welcome to Piano Barbarians. I'm your host, Paul Size. My guest today is Rob Tribb. Rob Tribb is a Kansas City-based musician and is in high demand as a jazz, blues, and R&B keyboardist. And he works tirelessly with countless groups and also produces his own shows and his own music under his name. I had a great time talking about music and keyboards and being a live musician with Rob. So without further ado, here is my conversation with Rob Tribb. You're okay? Is that all right?
I'm good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to Piano Barbarians. Rob is here. You like how...
Finally, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. No, I appreciate it, man. I mean, the first thing we do, we call it the piano handshake. So we just like start playing and start jamming on something.
Okay.
What do you feel like? Got a progression? What's like a go-to progression? Like we're getting started.
Oh man. I'm just gonna play the first thing that came to my mind.
Do it. Love that, dude. What you wouldn't do, I know what you would do. That's such a classic. I started getting mixed up because it was a little like...
the other one?
No. Just the two of us. Yeah. Almost had it. Like we were in a different key. I love that one, man. That is like a classic.
Yeah.
It like endures. Is like part of like the song canon. Is the one to a point where you feel like every weekend you're probably gonna play it.
I'm gonna play it. I already know it, and I play in a different bands, and so everyone. I try to play it differently for everyone.
What do you mean? How's that?
So, like, I actually have one of my friends. His name is Marlon Cortez.
All right.
He likes to jazz it up.
Okay,
so
let's
he
hear
likes to swing it.
So this is Marlon. Yeah.
And most of the time he's singing it straight, and then we end it on a real note. And then other guys, I try not to play it like I just did it for him. I just kind of keep it straight as much as I can. So I won't be getting other people's set mixed up with each other. It's mainly the reason. But yeah. So I play it all the time.
Yeah. Are you ready to go in different keys, or are you hitting that transpose, or do different singers care? Are they all kind of in the same spot?
This song. Everybody sings in the same key.
I feel like the key is the key on that one.
Yeah.
That one doesn't move around much.
It's kind of crazy. Even one of the females I play for, it's the same thing. Like Marlon also sings "Want to Dance with Somebody."
Okay.
So
original key?
No, he drops it all the way down to C. So I'm like, all right, here we go. But I played with him long enough to figure that one out.
Yeah.
But sometimes that stuff is spontaneous. I start playing the intro. Hey, can you take it down? I say, okay, I can, whole step for musicians and half steps are kind of a little easy.
Sure.
When you're talking about fifths and I'm like, hey, bro, like.
Well, it fundamentally changes things.
Yeah.
I think the original of I Want to Dance with Somebody is F sharp is original. So what's interesting about going all the way down to C, that's a tritone. Technically speaking, you can't go any further. That is like
going back up. Yeah.
Basically, if you were going to like go down to B, well, are you going up to B?
Right.
Actually, it really just changes so much about it. So once you're transposing a tritone, it's like, oh wow, why?
It's a brain.
Also, I find like if I want to have people sing along with me, if you're going to throw it to the audience and have them sing along, if it's a tritone difference, they're gonna be like, they won't be able to explain it, but they won't be able to.
Like, why? I know this song. I sing it in the car all the time.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird right now.
And then they look at each other like, and they can't. They don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
And it's not even their fault.
Yeah. It's mine.
Have you, as a singer, started and then like, you know the key that they're supposed to be in, and then you're like, and then you hear them, they're like, oh
yeah,
you're like, you just
oh
like,
yeah,
you just have
that
to
happens all the time in church.
Yeah,
all the time. It's like it's one of those things where they can sing, but they're not a singer. If that makes sense.
All right.
So they'll start a song, and I'll find the key that they're singing in, and then all of a sudden, somewhere along their lines, they just go somewhere, and I'm like, we're not here anymore.
Yeah.
And I have to find them,
and then tell the band what to do,
and tell the band like a E flat. But there's a rule of thumb: you only get one or two of those
in a song or in your career.
In a song, you only get one or two.
I would say in my relationship with somebody, you're doing like one or two.
Yeah, I'm not going to chase you around this keyboard all day. We're not going to do that. Once you've messed up that second time and you mess up again, I'm staying where I am. It's just going to be ear bleed from that point on.
Right.
But yeah, it happens.
You had to do this a lot, though, at that gig, the Phoenix. You were leading that open jam, right? Was it just but those are like, I feel like when you've basically amateur singers are coming up for fun, you know?
Yeah.
There's a
I
lot.
don't mind.
There's a lot more grace there.
A lot. Yeah, it's a lot. I really am encouraged by their courage, like, you're really going to get up here and, okay, let's do it. And I'm happy to do it. I wish I could. I felt a little bit more comfortable with giving them some advice. Like I had one person that left upset, and I didn't get a chance to explain to them what's going on. Okay. What's going on is that you're changing keys in the middle of your song, and I have to find where you are because you don't have the focus that you need to be in the scale that we started in. And I just remember them leaving while I was playing, and I can tell by the looks on their face they was very upset at me. And I'm like, no, this time it's not me. It's your ability to stay in the same key.
That's hard, especially dealing with singers where you kind of, I'm going to stereotype singers right now, but because they don't I'm sure I could find a singer that would say that their voice is tactile, and like when their instrument is literally inside them, they have a different relationship with keyboard players where we externalize, right?
Okay.
Especially with keyboard players, that's all linear. It's already all the notes that we could theoretically play are in front of us. And singers don't don't approach it that way. So sometimes I find myself like wanting to talk about the. Because it's very, very light, but what key we're in, what scale we're in, that's like, to me, light lifting when it comes to music theory, but it is music theory, and to automatically like expect a singer that you meet to kind of grasp that, sometimes I'm like, you kind of have to develop a rapport with someone to see how much, like, because some singers, they know it. They really do.
They correct me sometimes.
And like, they know the key that they want to do it in. They know why and even like they want the intro to be a certain way, so they get a note a certain way. Like I really respect that.
Yeah.
But like when you're working with someone who's an amateur, but they're just like they just want to have fun with it, but they don't want to sound bad.
Yeah.
But they can't explain what that means.
Yeah, and if they can sometimes strip away the ego for a second, and accept the loving advice that the musician is trying to give. Yeah. Because, again, they're amateurs, and they're really being encouraged a lot of times by their family and friends who don't really know what's, and they get thrown out with the wolves, and you can't defend yourself. So even with myself, I don't know if anyone takes criticism well, but I do take it, and I do apply it to where I need to apply it. And if they can just loosen up a little bit and understand that we're a unit up here, we're not, I'm not battling to play the drums, I'm not battling to play the bass. I don't sing. I'm not even battling to sing, but I am battling for us to sound great together while we're on the stage. Yeah. So just strip the ego a little bit and help me help you.
Well, you're also speaking as a music director now, which is different than being just a keyboard player. Because now, anytime if someone calls me up and they're like, "Hey, I just need you to play organ on this thing," I'm like, you know what I'm in charge of? This is the extent of my responsibility, which is different than what you're describing of like working with a singer and then also being a conduit of that person to the musicians behind you, especially in a jam setting. It's a lot different where it's like, well, here's all the songs that we're going to play ahead of time. You know your parts like that. I find that to be maybe not quite as magical, but it's really enjoyable. It's not a jam, but it's like, oh, my responsibility is actually very limited, and I'm going to appreciate that lack of responsibility.
Because
does that happen? Do you feel that way sometimes?
Oh, them jams. I have a good friend, Darkest, and she tells me about the jams they do in Vegas, and I'm like, how do you guys? I know. For my gyms are not that big. They're not small, but they're not. When I think of Vegas, we're thinking of a lot. And I'm like, how do you guys get the songs before the jam starts? Like, everything I'm doing up here is very impromptu, and I'd have to remind myself to let whoever sings, hey, this is his jam.
Yeah.
I know this song a little bit for us to get through.
Okay.
Understand that. And there are a lot of songs I don't know, and I try to stay away from those all, totally completely. But there are jams to where they send the songs ahead of time. Like, how do I get to that point?
I would say this is a stretch of the term jam. Here's what I think is probably happening. That's more like of a showcase. Like these people are getting together and they all want to put their best foot forward.
Okay,
probably.
That makes sense.
So like they're gonna actually. I don't know if this is considered cheating, but like I wouldn't consider that a jam.
Yeah.
At that point, like it kind of stretches the term.
Yeah.
But they also want to keep it informal.
Yeah.
But I bet all those cats showing up are like ready to go because they don't want to.
That makes sense.
They don't want to look like a jabroni in the middle of Vegas. Yes, I would probably want the same way.
They shot. Maybe they shot.
Exactly. And so like you're being invited to a jam, but it's no like, oh, you are supposed to bring it. Yeah. Because you don't know who you're supposed to be impressing. You don't know who's in the audience.
Yeah, that's a big audience.
Well, I don't know, man. Sometimes it's like sometimes I want to believe that like I stay connected to the audience for most of my shows, but I also need to believe at the same time it's like, hey, as long as this is cooking, that they will come along. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I don't always feel that way. I spend too much time like, are they good? What's they're doing? Are you scanning?
Same thing.
Yeah.
I do the exact same thing. And a lot of stuff that I do around town, I had to learn that I'm really just background music. I'm not, in this setting, I'm not doing a show.
Well, you're not always background music, man. Like, I don't feel that.
Sometimes, like,
if you're taking a gig as a jam,
if I'm taking a gig as a jam, but there are other times where when they tell you, can you turn down a little bit? No. I have to recalibrate my brain to say, okay, I'm not in show mode. I'm in background mode. No one is really paying attention to me. I can play this same song for the next 3 hours and no one would know. Yeah. But even at those times when I don't hear that, like, did I mess up? Did I do something wrong? Did I not like the song? So I'm in that mode of where I'm looking to see, maybe they know this song. Maybe they know this is something they would enjoy, and they can perk their ears up a little bit. Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, it works. Yeah. So I get a little bit of engagement, which I know they're not asking for, but it just, as a musician, we live for the applause. Yeah. It is what it is. I'm not even mad about it.
Yeah. I do so many of those. And I prefer to know that's how it's going to be before I get there, And then that way, what I find freeing about that is like, all right, if no one's paying attention to me, it's just my job to like keep the vibes up, right? And like match match the energy. For example, if it's like a reception, and I know you hate playing for people when they eat. I hate it too. But like if they're just walking in, that's when it's like, and people like just kind of looking around and like kind of getting like acclimated, and they just hear the sound of a piano, and that's all this. This is I'm not doing anything very difficult right now, but like they're not here for me, so they're just like acknowledging that there's a sound of a piano. And then but I don't want to like be like, when they're walking in, because they'll walk right out. Even though, I think I'm really great.
Yeah, turn the piano down.
It
happens.
But like I gotta tell you a story right now. I did a fundraiser here in Kansas City, maybe like a year and a half ago, and it was an annual fundraiser for a Catholic school, and these people did a really nice job, and they had it was a piano show like this. I don't think there were drums, but we were basically like kind of hanging out until like the auction and the dinner was over. We were like the post-dinner entertainment.
Okay,
great, can do, except during dinner where I've just got like background music playing. I'm not even playing live. I just like let background tracks play. A gentleman falls ill.
Oh wow!
And he crashes out on the floor. Everybody clears out. It clears out of the way, and then people are going, "Is there a doctor? Is there a doctor?" Like someone called 911. So I felt like, all right, I'm gonna turn the music down during this moment. Okay. And then it gets like really, really quiet, and like people are like, this is a church. This is a church community. So everyone really knows each other, and everyone's like kind of like being quiet. And then the pastor of the church approaches me. He's like, "Can I have your microphone, please?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's just kind of like he's nailing it. He's like very, very explaining to people what's going on. There's paramedics on their way, but he would like to lead everybody in prayer. And then Rob, paramedics get there, and this man is leading this room full of people in prayer while they're working on this dude. And eventually they get him on a gurney, and as they're like wheeling him out, he like holds a hand. This is an elderly man, so he like is like he already seemed fairly frail, but he holds up a hand as like people kind of wheel him out, which was nice. And everybody kind of takes a breath, and then the pastor gets on the microphone and says, "Well, they hadn't even raised any money yet. They hadn't even done that part, right? Yeah. So like, it was like, what do we do? And he even said like, I'm not totally sure what to do, but like, we're going to go ahead and resume. And now everybody, I just want you to like, enjoy the dinner, and we'll just kind of feel this out as we go." And he hands the microphone back to me, and people start eating. Now, Rob, what are you going to play on the piano at that moment?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's what I had. That's what I had. I couldn't be like, well, I'll fade in Dua Lipa. Yeah. I'll just bring back like anything I would have put on the background would have been wrong.
Right. It would definitely been something slow.
Yeah. Let's hear it. Come on. All right. This is your moment. What would you do?
I'm just playing.
I know. This is great. Okay. This is. Perfect. Everyone's calming down. We're gonna retain a little bit of optimism here.
You got it.
The night's not over.
You got it. You have the wind beneath my wings. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Again, it calms them down a little bit, gives them something to, if they want to, sway a little bit to or sing along with.
Yeah.
I'm good. I probably would have went to that, but something very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I actually play. I think I just, what key were you just?
D flat.
I think I probably just was like, I was probably just doing like
it's about the same.
Just 1/4.
It's probably about the same.
We're all just going to hang out in this 1/4. We're just going to, this is all we're going to do.
Yep. It's about the same.
Oh my God. Background music, dude. That was, this was an example of like, no one really cares what I do right now, but I did feel like I had a responsibility to the moment. Yeah. Like, to just have it be dead quiet would have been wrong. Eventually, someone would have looked at me and been like, "Hey, man, do something, right?"
Yeah. Even then, I don't go off the rails. You know, even as background music, I don't start playing Metallica, even though I really don't know any Metallica, but just the Rhapsody and all that stuff. I just try to.
Mark Lowry does that. You know that dude.
Background.
When he does background gigs, he's always like he's gonna feed in the most obscure little melodies, and then just like look for someone else to be like. That's how he makes it through. All right, let's do some categories here, man.
Okay.
All right, this category is called Best Seat is on Stage. Dive into what makes a certain music venue special. Explore what the vibes are. Subtle details that might go unnoticed by someone who's never performed there, but you have performed there, so this is one of your favorite venues.
Okay, that's easy. The thing for me that makes venues the best for me to play at is not so much that they have. I don't mind bringing my instrument. I really don't. But if they have a piano, great. But they have sound, man. A couple of overheads, a nice mixer, a nice EQ on the mix, on the mic. You get a little bit of reverb and stuff like that if you wish to have all that stuff, great. But just sound.
Okay.
It's funny because I say that with all everything within me, because I just did a gig, and I am of that age where lows and mids and highs are extremely important to me.
Okay.
I don't need the drums to be blaring or the bass to be blaring, but I do prefer to feel it. And if I cannot feel these things, it is very extremely difficult for me to get in the mode that I need to be in to be comfortable.
So you're not even, you could feel it could mean like you're hearing a musical idea that inspires you, but you're saying feel it as in literally those frequencies need to hit you.
I need those frequencies, bro.
Gotcha.
I need the lows. I need that sub. I need that guitar. I need to hear. I need to be able to feel even the pedals that they're using. When you go distortion, I need to. And for me, when a venue doesn't have those things, it really dampens the experience for the audience. Okay. When you go to concerts, these things are there. Now, I'm not saying you have to have line arrays hanging from the ceiling and all that great stuff, you know what I'm saying? But a couple of overheads, some decent floor mount, or if you want to go in-ear, whatever, and a couple of subs, mic the drums. They made it super simple for you nowadays. You can get an EAD mic by Yamaha.
Okay.
You get the whole kit. It's a little bit of a challenge to EQ sometimes, but you'll get it. A good if you don't want to if you want to go direct with the bass through their pedal board, or if you want the bass amp to be up there, I just need to feel it. Okay. I need to hear it and I need to feel it, because it for me it makes a difference in how I play, and I really do believe it makes a difference to what the audience is hearing.
Oh yeah, well they feel it.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah, if they can hear it, if you take the highs out of my mic and the lows and everything like that, I'm going to sound like I'm in a cup. It's going to sound very muted, and for the audience, they're going to be thinking like, "Are you singing? Are you talking? What is going on?" But if you make everything, clear to the ear, again, you don't have to have a sound, man. You hit a preset, you good. But those are the venues that I love playing at.
All right. Give me a favorite. I'm kind of curious.
It's Uptown. Uptown Lounge.
Yes.
Yeah, Uptown Lounge, right. Man. Like, of course, Alan is a musician, right? And pretty much everybody that owns the place does music.
Okay.
That's why the piano is always pretty much tuned. I know he had to be expensive for him, but what?
It's worth it.
It's worth it. I can, with us, we can deal with a little bit. It's maintenance. We as musicians have that grace when it comes to acoustic instruments. But he always has the sound working. I don't really care about all the lights, but that adds to it. I appreciate the lights. But he's takes care of his stuff. He The drums are there. He keeps his drums tuned. I'm like,
so it's house kit.
It has a house kit. He keeps it tuned. He's not a stickler on if you a certain drum that likes to tune a little bit different. I've never had a discussion with him where he's like, hey, don't tune the drums and nothing like that. He's a really cool guy. Everybody there is. And like I said, the sound is there. He has the floor monitors. If you want to bring in an extra keyboard set on top, he has a plug-in for that. I don't have to bring, if you want to add a bass, if you want to add guitar, here's the, and the sound is there. And the singer's mic, he uses MR18, Midas MR18.
All right.
And so, the singer has the delay. If you want delay, if you want reverb, if you want compression, if you need to use the gate, all that stuff is there for us. Mm-hmm. And I can't. Other places are catching up. I would even say Majestic is pretty much the same. But yeah, Uptown, it creates its vibe on its own. I don't have to bang on the piano to hear myself. Mm-hmm. Therefore, I'm not breaking it, and I'm not wear and tear. It's normal wear and tear on it. I'm not fighting to hear myself. The drummer, if he goes in, he want to go all in, which I really don't prefer. He can. I have my own monitor. I'm good. The singer has their monitor. They're good. Everybody on stage is good. The audience is good. They can have their conversation even while we are performing in this instance. Like, they want to have small conversations over here. They're not interrupting us.
Sure.
And I'm not interrupting them. And it's just only place I played at so far that has taken care of them. Eddie V's is another place that has sound. But still not as his, But
this question for you: because we're talking a little bit about in-ear monitors, which I kind of have a love-hate relationship with at this point, but they're becoming so standardized now and so common. So like, I feel like if you're a pro and you're out there, eventually you're going to come into a setup where either someone hands you in-ear monitors or expects you to bring them. Yeah. Now, you've described a really, really nice stage setup here, but would the next progression of this be venues like the ones you're describing? Be like, this is our in-ear monitor system, and they'll even have like good, like the headphones themselves will be good or ready to go. They'll have like stock ones there, and they'll just be like, you use these when you play here, like just like full stop. I think we might be getting to a point. Would that be like 10 years out? Because if you think about it, by taking out, especially if you're a bar or a restaurant, and you don't have to worry about the musicians' monitors anymore.
Yeah.
It's a game changer. Yeah. Man. That's a real issue.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The only other place that I played at that does it that way is 1587.
Wait, they use in-ears there?
They use in-ears.
Okay.
And there's no bass amp on stage. Everything is driven through the system, and they have electric drum kit. So they have the piano. You don't have to bring anything.
Yeah.
They have your line for your guitar, line for your bass. Again, the electric drums and the pianos, all there. The singer mic is there. And we have in-ear, so I don't know what it sounds like out there, but I know the intention is, you put it like a drummer in this space. He has two options. He's gonna have to be uncomfortable playing because he can't go in like he wants.
Yeah, or he's brushing.
And he's probably just like fiddling around because he's just getting
bored.
Exactly the word I'm trying not to use. And that's what they eliminated.
Yeah.
Again, which is fine for me because I can play. I have my own mix.
Yeah.
I can turn her up. I can turn her down. I can turn him up, turn him down. I can still have a decent time playing, and so can the drummer because he doesn't have to. Now the quality of electric drums has come a long, long way, and they're getting better every day. but they sound like a trash can. And for us, we laugh. That sounds pretty bad. Like that snare sounds like a timpani right now. And we just have that type of fun on stage. But I think that is probably the next thing.
Well, okay, let me ask you this. Like for the clientele, this is actually a great example because for the clientele of 1587, again, we're talking like bar and restaurant gigs where your job is to basically be atmospheric, right? I'm not, and if someone is walking to that place for like a full experience, I think the last thing you want is to be a distraction. You would love to be an enhancement, but they cannot be a distraction. Like that just kind of won't fly, So are the people there listening to the music at a level where they're like, you and I want to believe that they can discern the difference between a live snare drum and a digital snare drum? They probably can't.
Yeah, they don't care.
Probably can't.
They don't care at all.
You know?
Nah, I'm not even mad at it. You know, again, that's just musician stuff.
Yeah.
For the audience, I know they're loving it. I know they're engaged because the way they kind of programming everyone in this place is that you get a little bit of entertainment. The singer goes out. He or she walks around and, greets the people. Schmoozes, yeah. So they're getting that show as well as still being able to enjoy their company as they sit at the table and they dine. Because there are other places, and I'm telling you musicians this, and I hope you just take it with a grain of salt. Do what you want to do with it. But the waitresses and the bartenders and a lot of times, even the patrons, they are not very happy when you're just up there banging and just extra loud. They can't take the orders. Yeah. They can't have a conversation. And so, not saying just get up and leave, but sometimes we need to pull back a little bit so we won't be in these situations where we're playing electric drum kits and if you don't want to play them. Because even when I was at what's that place? The airport was doing live music for a while. I don't know if they still do it. And it was just kind of the same setup. Just a little, they had a little speaker so that people can hear, but we was playing electric kit, and we was all coming. And it was cool. Again, we getting through the gig, but sometimes we do be too loud. But
all right, this leads nicely into the next category: the Keith Jarrett Colne Award for Best Gig on a Crappy Instrument. You're familiar with Keith Jarrett at Colne? What happened? So he was booked to play in Colne, Germany, and he shows up and he is so angry and disappointed at the piano that they have that he basically threatens, "I'm not doing this show." And for like a whole day, all these people have bought tickets to Keith Jarrett. The promoters are like, hi. Oh, they're Germans. They're like, ah. They're like, well, they're like freaking out. And eventually they just like beg him to play a show. And now he kind of regards that as the best show he ever did because he had to overcome the limitations of the instrument. Was the best gig you've done on a crappy instrument? When did you feel like you had your hands like tied behind your one hand tied behind your back? But it went well.
I don't know if it went well.
Well, you made it through.
I definitely made it through, and of course, it's just one of those things we were saying earlier. Do they really know?
Yeah.
This piano was so out of tune, bro. And it's almost the same situation. So I remember this. I have to take some of that back. What I said when I got there, and I'm really at this point. I'm still a babe into what you call it when you send out your writer. I'm still a babe to the whole writer thing, and I had to get a lot of training on that. But we get there, this piano's out of tune, and first thing when I send acoustic piano, the first thing we do, we're checking all the keys to make. Okay, this one broke. Can I get through that? Maybe so. Okay, keep going. And we're checking to see what we're dealing with.
Sure,
is it tuned mainly? But this piano was so out of tune, man.
You just knew instantly?
No, when I started,
Yeah,
I can hear it. So we start sound check, and the singer looks at me like, and I'm like, it's not. And she demanded, y'all need to go find a keyboard.
Ah.
I'm not a stickler like that.
Yeah.
I play whatever is in tune.
Yeah.
So she demanded, like, we're not doing this show with that piano sounding like that. It's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. Same situation. That's kind of crazy. And they went and found a keyboard, and I'm so happy. I don't know if you can take that for 3 hours, 45. Maybe in 45 minutes set, but whatever. It's like, especially when you're playing with tracks, there's no detuning the track on the spot, you know. And
so that was a situation where just everyone would have just been looking daggers at you the entire time.
Like, he's not
There's
good.
No
he's not good at all. And I practice. I swear to God, I practice.
Music Theory Nerd Corner. Mm-hmm. Your chance to expound on an aspect of musical theory that you particularly admire. It can be a simple concept or a complex idea.
Music theory is an ongoing thing for me all the time. Because sometimes we do things that kind of question ourselves, like, how did I do that? Or how does that work? Mm-hmm. That doesn't seem like it will work. But
that's good. Well, what's an example of that?
Well, like, let me see. Okay, it's like stuff like Barry Harris talks about, that once it's broken down, I understand his correlation with diminished chords, with a diminished chord.
Okay.
And at the time I was listening to him, I was already had an understanding of, just say, C diminished, and how these, 4 notes complement each other.
Full or half? I know, now we're being really nerdy.
So 7 minutes to 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. And because they're really just minor thirds of each other, right?
Sure.
So, he has this.
You're just moving that diminished chord up and down?
All I'm doing. So I start in C.
Okay.
I'll say, let's say C major. And I will walk up to the 4, and I will make the 4 minor. Now I'm in E flat.
Hold on, where we start?
So we start in C.
Yeah.
And we just upscale to, and when we get to the F, we make the F minor.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. But you want to do that one diminished?
I'm going to show you.
Okay.
So we're now, think in your head, if you can, the diminished. So it's C, E flat, F sharp, A.
Okay.
And we're going to play in all these keys and end up back at C just by doing this movement.
Let's see it.
All right. So C, up to the 4, F, and make the F minor. So now we're in E flat, because F is the 2.
That's a 2.
And then we just hit the E flat major, go up 4 to the A flat, and make the A flat minor. So now we're in F sharp.
Got it. So do you want to land back to the F sharp now?
Yep.
So you're just gonna sit at piano and do this for maybe like 3 hours.
And it's because it's very musical.
Yeah.
And again, it's those things which he has his theory that he made. Mm-hmm. I think it's called the 7th diminished, something he labeled it as. I really don't remember. And it's just that, like, wow, I understand that, and I don't at the same time. At the when I was studying it, and I'm like, okay, because C is the major minor of E flat. E flat is the minor of F sharp. F sharp is the minor. Hey, I'm like, oh, I get that, because I do that movement a lot in songs.
You're actually describing that diminished chord is actually it's a map.
Yeah. Yeah.
So your challenge is if you're starting at, I see what you mean now. So the diminished chord is starting on C, which is connected to E flat. That's like where you're headed, and you're also headed to F sharp. Oh, look at you, Rob.
And I'm also headed to the A.
It's a map.
Then I'm headed right back to the C. Yeah.
And then you start.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna do it. All right, wait. But like so, all right, because I kept waiting for you to play the diminished chord. That's not what you were doing.
Not what I'm doing.
You were using it as a map. Look at you. And then I'm gonna go up to the F minor. And then we're gonna come down to this E flat minor. Then we're gonna go to the A flat minor, which brings me down to this F sharp major. But I'm gonna go up to this B minor, which now I'm down to A. Oh, this is nice.
Yeah. Then you go to the D minor. Now you're back in C. Yeah.
Diminished chord is map.
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Well, that's a little bit into. That's kind of cheat. I was going to say that's a bit of a cheat. We have a category called cheat code, which is share an aspect of your playing that you lean on in multiple situations when building a piece of music, improvising, or rescuing a bad musical situation. Would you say it's like, I don't even know what to do right now, so I'm just going to start moving through that progression? Is that something you fall back on?
That is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
I do that a lot, a hell of a lot. And the other one is the pedal, and a song that's really in my head that does it to a degree where I understand, and some degree I don't, but I still do this movement all the time. It's a Moonchild song. I want to say the name of it is The List. So she sings the melody. It's one of those situations where you're singing the melody and the chord is changing. So that's her note. So this A major 7 with the A flat up top. I don't really know how to describe this. It's like a E flat, a minor 7/9 over that A flat.
And she's still going. Yeah.
I'm going to that F sharp minor 7/9.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah. So I use this a lot. And there are musicians that can do this and find the chord all the way down, keep that up there.
It's kind of what Golden is doing, isn't it?
Kind of.
Scott doing?
Yeah. Well, she's really moving down the scale.
Yeah.
A lot of artists does that movement. I'm trying to think of another one. I'm not going to think of it because that's just stuck in my head.
Well, yeah. Wait, but this is a connected. That's great, but connected category Steal This Lick. So this is something like maybe a little bit more melodic based, like something you could like fire off with your right hand, your right hand. That's a melody that like you just deploy all the time.
And it expands your ear as well, because sometimes I follow if I know the melody of the song. And you could do substitutions.
Really
commit
to that pedal tone
as
your melody.
Yeah.
And then just really just see how far you can take it, how far you can go.
And lock it in. And that I use that a lot as well. But again, like the diminished thing, Nita Baker has a song. Be alone. Two. Now we in C sharp. Then she do the 2-5-1 in C sharp. But that's kind of the same concept of that diminished chord. Since you B flat to C sharp, but she doesn't move to the other two. But she stays right there pretty much the whole time. Then E flat minor, A flat sus.
Oh, I thought you were going to resolve to the C sharp, but you did not.
Yeah, she loops that.
Okay.
Pretty much almost the entire song. She just has a bridge that does slightly different chord changes, but not really. So that's one of those movements I use all the time without even thinking. Both of them. I play around with them. I write sometimes along those lines. Again, trying to still being true to, myself. But those are the theories and practices I use all the time. Like, I don't know, sometimes I don't have to think about it. Like, that's my fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like having what they would tell you in driver's ed. It's like, you got to learn how to drive right now. Once you have your driver's license, you just, you don't think about this stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Which is
I don't think about theory at all.
Yeah.
Until I have to think about it. But I really don't.
I mean, we're talking about left brain stuff, which is, math, logic, right? But then what's fun about like what you kept doing with it, splitting up that of like you were doing a 2-5, but like you were doing the 2-5 instead of going the one, just like swerve somewhere else over and over again. Who's to say where that comes from?
Right.
It's just like it's connected to theory, and you could break it down into a series of mathematical equations if you wanted to. It still works, but like
I see it.
Yeah.
Even if that was the one, I know that F sharp minor is coming from that A. So this A major. So when I go to F sharp minor, I know that's connected. When I go to that E sus, I know in my mind, okay, I'm just really in A. Or F sharp minor, and then E over D, then D flat minor. It's just but it's actually when she hits that puts me in that. It's still in my mind, which is why I'm really not a good teacher. I know that's coming from that D flat.
Okay.
Because I know that
it's been sent. It's been sent for. It's a message from another dimension. It's been sent over.
I'm in E.
Yeah.
Because that A major is the 4 of E, and that F sharp is the 2. So she just dropping back. This actually the song when she goes here. I haven't dissected that. She goes to that D minor. That's because I really haven't sat down and thought about it. Then I'm like, okay. Then she goes. It's. I love that song. And I correlate that in a lot of stuff I do. I try to mix that in some of my playing, especially when I'm composing. And also learning that stuff so I won't get bored and stale. And you know how we, as musicians, we get to doing the same thing all the time. So I'm always trying to progress, not trying to stay with the times, but trying to
evolve.
Keep me evolve and fresh. Yeah.
We got 2 more.
Okay.
We're winding down, Rob.
Okay.
We got Puppy in the Park, which is when you just let a piece of music just like roam around like it's Puppy. Can I hear a composition you've been working on? We just kind of see where it goes.
Oh, shoots. Yeah. That's the one I'm working on.
Ooh,
currently.
really enjoy that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, really
Thank you.
enjoy that.
Yeah.
Is that gonna
Quick
be
version.
Is that gonna be designed for someone to do a top line, someone sing on top of it, or just
Yeah,
a piano
I'm
piece?
trying to find someone that. Well, I already asked somebody to sing on top of it.
Yeah.
It's the name of the song is "Love Is a Game Played by Fools."
Okay.
And I'm putting that together. I need to complete it. Because again, I'm always trying to evolve in my music career.
Yeah.
Want to do more shows, personal shows. I haven't done that in a long time. So that's what I'm working on.
All right, I better hear that when I come to one of your personal shows.
Okay.
This is the last category, Rob.
Okay.
U.S. Department of Musical Security.
Mm-hmm.
If you were in charge of the United States musical scene, what would you decree?
I'm getting so much trouble for this. I would decree that every musician has to. Okay, we have our genres we like to play, right?
All right, yeah.
Jazz musicians, they don't want to, but I would require. You don't have to be perfected in the other genres of music, but try to find something that you can appreciate from the other genres of music.
Okay.
Learn it as much as you want to. Yeah.
So like you're proposing like a mandatory sabbatical.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
just,
for 3 months, you've got your thing that you do. What would it be like? 3 months? You have to immerse yourself in another genre. 3 months?
I don't know if it's gonna work.
Oh, hey, you're in charge. You're in charge. Like really,
just have it in there somewhere. I'll get used to it. So
I want a policy, Rob. We're gonna enact policy. Like we get to do this.
I give you 6 months.
6 months.
I give you 6 months.
6 months abroad.
6 months, because some music is very, very difficult. You know.
Yeah.
So I give that grace and say 6 months.
Okay.
Learn a rock tune. I'm not saying you have to go full rock. You know.
But no, you're talking about. We're saying 6 months. Like that's enough time to like tour with a different. Yeah. Learn a style and tour with a different band. But like, if just like everybody just like had to do that, it's like it's just kind of understood.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like you meet a musician who's like a jazz musician and be like, all right, so what'd you do for your semester abroad?
Yeah.
What'd you do? Where'd you explore? Where'd you go?
Are you going to jail this month? No.
That's a really cool idea. Yeah. I like that.
I just give you a quick story. I grew up in the church. My parents did not allow me to listen to anything besides gospel music.
Okay.
And that was and still is, in my opinion, for my Christian brothers and sisters, it's my opinion, it is a big handicap when you want to be a musician. And I'm not saying that you have to know all music in the West. I think that's virtually impossible. But if you go somewhere and some songs we just should know as musicians, you may not like it. I'm not saying something you like, but when you hear somebody say Benny and the Jets, you know, like I heard that song before. Okay, I okay, that's cool. Or it's some other. If you hear the word Misty, okay, I don't. Let's say you don't know it. I'm gonna take. So sometimes some people send me songs. I write them down because I want to know what they're talking about. And I found, especially growing up in church, I still go to some churches, and I'm sorry, black church, we do a lot in music. And and my other Caucasian brothers and sisters, we don't do that much. We just one and for it, you know. We get away with it. Mm-hmm. But there are instances will come up where you have to. And it's like the musician that didn't take the time in that gospel realm to just dive into a little bit because you never know when you have to pull on that out of the air. So
it's interesting that you keep coming back to like just do a tune or just do a little bit, because they always say about like I wish I spoke more languages, and I find languages so interesting. I love it. I love like listening to different languages and like try, and like sometimes I'll be listening or watching somebody talk in a foreign language, and I'll try to just like I just want to
decipher.
Yeah, I just want to figure it out how much you can actually pick up from like just someone's like tone and body language and stuff like that. And then there's some languages where it's like, well, part of your tone and body language is part of the language, right? Which is fascinating to me. But like they always say, well, you have to immerse yourself, right? If you're gonna truly like pick this up and learn, you have to like do an immersive experience. And you're towing a line right now, Robin, as director of musical security. I feel like we really got to insist. But what's
a lot of music.
What's so fascinating about that is like the idea that someone would like go on this musical journey somewhere else and be like, I'm actually Stan.
Yeah,
like that's gonna happen. You know?
Yeah,
that would be so fascinating to see. Or they were like writing letters back home, like dear Mom, I'm on my third tour with this band. Miss you guys, but I'll be back soon.
I want to come home. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. That's why it's a lot of music out there, and I don't want to throw anybody in jail because like I just said earlier, I really don't know any Metallica tunes, and I keep saying I'm gonna get to it. Like I said, just a couple, maybe just the popular ones. But that's just me. I am not a Southern gospel player by far, but
so even by your terms, you would say like to immerse yourself in Southern gospel music would be a sabbatical for you.
Yeah, because that's what happened where I kind of came up with this thing for myself. Is that I was thrown into that.
Okay.
When I met this lady, her name is Linda Randall, and I don't know, her music is Southern gospel-ish, but it's like right on the border of it. And I was thrown into it, and I give her so much respect and love because she was really my mentor during a lot of my music career. And you don't get this almost at all nowadays, and I'm really always trying to find a way to give these opportunities to people to where, hey, when I did that first gig, I was like, I would never see her again. I was awful. Terrible. And she came to me, she said, you can play, but you really ain't got to play. Like, she was really just telling me, just play the song, bro. I'm doing what I know, but this genre of music is different, and it doesn't require so much. It requires a lot, but it doesn't require so much what I was used to. And she stuck with me for years and years and years and years. And that's was my, I was very intimidated with jazz. And I call my jazz buddies, and I'm like, hey, man, just help a brother out, you know. And so that's where the some of the standards, that's how I've learned some of the standards.
Okay.
I played in a rock band. I played in the country period, and I probably shouldn't say this, but it's the funniest song in the world. Dick Down in Dallas. Hey, that song is hilarious.
It is.
But I've never heard that song before until I started playing in these countries in rock bands.
Yeah.
And so, and it's funny playing with them because they loved for me to do, you know, the stuff we were just doing now. They want all these crazy chords. And I'm like, your song doesn't require any of this. So I would throw in something every now and then, but most of the time I'm playing country, so it's pretty much 1 and 4. You know, you get to 5. You know, it's very repetitive.
Yeah.
But I've learned, this is what I've learned to appreciate it, because when I looked into that audience and I see them jumping and clapping and having a good time off of something that I find very simple.
Sure.
It changed. Hey, I'm not doing this just for me. I'm doing this for them. Sure. And my most important job while I'm up here is to make sure they're doing exactly what they're doing right now. Jumping, having a good time. Now some of y'all rockers, I don't get all the fighting and pushing each other, but whatever. As long as they're having a good time, I can have a good time. And playing this simple piece, what's simple to me.
Yeah.
It's not simple to everybody. What's simple to me, I can enjoy it, and I'm having fun, and I've learned to grasp that energy. And even this is probably the last thing I say on this. Even when if they ask me to do a solo at a country concert, I'm not going to start doing all these melodic minors and all these crazy chord changes.
It take people out of it.
I'm going to play what's required. Yeah, exactly. I don't have to dig into this bag of what would be for them confusion. And again, for me, that's why that's always my thought process when it comes to other music. Hey, man, my decree, you have to learn some other music besides what you're playing all the time.
Yeah. And
find a way to enjoy it and learn from it. The simplicity as well as the complex. What's complex to you is everybody has their different gauge.
Sure.
Just dive into it a little bit and grasp that out of it. Hey, it changed my life. That's all I'll say. It really did. It really did, for real.
That's
for
excellent.
real.
Well, hey, Rob, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers. This is lovely.
That's it.
Hey, thank you for tuning in to Piano Barbarians. We welcome all of your comments and questions and concerns. Email us here at pbarbs@redbeatentertainment.com. These shows are mostly recorded here in Red Beat Entertainment Studios, Red Beat Studios in North Kansas City, Missouri. If you want to hire some Piano Barbarians for an event or for a group, or you're interested in bringing Piano Barbarians to you, please reach out. We would love to chat about that. We'll see you next time.